We tend to normalize this issue of human trafficking. For example, in Korean barbers, it was very typical, and it's understood that after you get a haircut, you get special services. And they usually say, do you want to go in the back room? When I was working in Chinatown, it was normal to walk 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, and you find dozens of massage parlors that are open.
I remember when I was a defense attorney, and I would interview the women who were charged with prostitution, and I'd be like, oh, this is great. I'm just going to take this case. It's going to be a quick interview. I don't have to spend a lot of time on it because they're going to go out and see the judge and she's going to get 10 days in jail. And it's just going to be basically recycle her back into this life.
We're finding victims through the criminal justice system, through the courts. They're oftentimes arrested on prostitution charges and no investigations are done, no questions are asked.
We're looking at entrapment. We're looking at lack of choice. We're looking at human beings that absolutely need our help to get out of it.
Now, I couldn't imagine ever participating in anything like that. If an attorney came in front of me and just tried to plead out a girl just so she can get out and go back into the hands of the pimp, I wouldn't let that take place.
This is just such an evil issue that has systemically affected so many different systems all across the world.
This is something that we have to engage. And if we have to engage it, then who better to be leading that than the church?
InterVarsity has been in New York City for over 60 years, and we see it through the New York City Urban Project. We see all kinds of people being trafficked, both labor and sexually exploited, human trafficking. And because of that, that's really motivated us to put together this campaign called The Price of Life NYC.
In the fall of 2013, InterVarsity and a coalition of churches, campus ministries, anti-trafficking organizations, and nonprofits are going to be calling people to radical faith and radical action at 80 events all around New York City on 10 campuses.
We're doing a proxy station in the middle of Times Square, and a proxy station is an interactive visual display where we're engaging people in a conversation about human trafficking.
The goal of these proxy stations, these artistic displays that will actually meet people where they're at in the streets to say, hey, this issue is going on right around the corner and right around the world. What are you going to do about it?
This is a gospel truth that we can communicate on a street corner that is going to draw people in. With that dialogue, they're going to become more aware of this issue and more aware of what draws us to do this. And naturally, many of these people are going to come into faith in Jesus Christ.
We're going to have a culminating large event at a major venue where we hope to see thousands of people who will come out and learn about how to fight human trafficking from a Christian perspective.
And tonight we are asking the question, what does Jesus Christ have to do with the modern day slave trade? And my contention here this evening is that he has everything to do with establishing justice in our lifetime. In fact, we believe that the human trafficking industry is fundamentally a spiritual problem.
We can mobilize and come together to fight this. And in the midst of that, we can be proclaiming the gospel, because the gospel is powerful, and powerful enough to see lives transformed. Even the traffickers need to hear the gospel and need to repent.
An evangelistic event like this, which focuses on human traffic, is extraordinarily strategic in a context like New York. It's a tremendous doorway into conversations of faith and why people are motivated to be involved in issues of justice.
A program like this is certainly going to it's not just awareness, it's even more than that. It's to a higher level. It's awareness plus action.
What's so great about this campaign is that it's going to offer concrete solutions and opportunities for people to be active participants in the fight against modern-day slavery.
The great thing about doing it in New York City is that New Yorkers are incredibly talented and gifted. And so we're going to need students and professionals and church members to all come together to help us pull this off.
The reality is that trafficking is a complex issue. And as organized as the traffickers are, we need to be just as organized in making sure that those who are in captivity are set free.